The 340 was a really nice. Stella was operating this one. 380-800 series. Yeah, I was qualified to operate this one. But the sunset, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. It's taking off quite soon actually. Look at that. Wow. Hallo ihr Lieben und herzlich willkommen bei Living in Vienna, where we spotlight everything that's going on here in Vienna. Actually, right now we are just a little bit away from Vienna. We are here in Schwechat. If you haven't guessed, we are at the airport. And we just want to take you through my damn mind, trying to follow the aircrafts as they take off, and as I just tell you a lot of details about flying and the things, some secrets that only crew and pilots know about flying. If that sounds interesting, then lass uns anfangen. I think there's a plane that is going now. Let's go.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Got that smile upon my face, 'cause there's excitement in the chase, this I know. Yeah, I'm going for the ride and find myself, I am alive, and I soar. Still I run towards the wind and let the challenge draw me in, 'cause I want more. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 Oh, wake up heart and wake up mind, and see the world is yours to find, and with every passing day there's more, calling you out to explore. Get up and go. There is joy found in the race, and I feel it in the place where I'm free. And I simply can't deny it, that I feel adventure calling out to me. Yeah, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
So we go through here. Oh, here. It's just gonna open. Ah, okay. We're gonna sit here and have a coffee. Oh, look at the sunset. Yeah. So they are giving a few tips on flying. So aircraft approach and touchdown are amongst the most complicated phases of a flight. For this reason, every step by the so-called aviation group, which includes the airline, the air traffic control, and the airport, must be closely coordinated. So there is a really good reason why you should always make sure you have your seatbelt on, and during the takeoff and landing. Descent begins roughly about 150 kilometers before the destination airports. The air traffic control instructs the pilot to start the descent. The pilot reduces the thrust, and the aircraft descends from the cruising altitude of around 11,000 meters to the altitude cleared by the air traffic control. So Silkway, that's like a cargo plane that's leaving right now. Is it leaving or it's arriving? It's leaving. No, it's arriving. This one is arriving. Lauda Air is now taking off. It's Lauda Air is on the runway. And you can see on the other side, Austrian Air is just arriving. So let's see that takeoff. Ryanair. Wow. There it is. The top gears, the back gears have all, front and back. Lauda Air just took off, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, Austrian Air just arrived, and there's an aeroplane here waiting to take off. My goodness. Hello. This is giving me all sorts of, can I say nostalgia in a positive way? So this is, what aircraft is this? Is this Ryanair? What is this? What is this jet here? There it is. It's taking off quite soon, actually. Look at that. Wow. In the sun. Yes. And it's following the Lauda Air. And so let's see if there's another one that is already in the line. Actually, there is no other aircraft that's waiting to leave, but you can see Austrian Air just arrived. A second one arrived. This one just arrived, so it's taxiing to parking. Yeah, it's interesting. There is no other aircraft that is there's no other aircraft that is lined up at the runway right now. So let's see if there's going to be any that will leave in this particular parking area. And so like we mentioned before, Austrian Vienna International Airport is a big, it's a big airport that can accommodate quite big aircrafts. There's one that is this is just arriving. This is Austrian Air that's just arriving. I'm not sure where I'm pointing right now. This here is Austrian Air, it just arrived, and there's another one there landing. So maybe we can go all the way to see if we can go much closer to the arrival, landing. So there's a lot of information here about engineering, nice places to sit. We're going to be sitting here in a moment. The Boeing 737-800 KLM. I thought they removed this aircraft. I really thought they removed this aircraft from flying. It's the Airbus 321. It's a narrow body. There is the Boeing 787, Qatar Airways. This one maybe I've been flying on this one as a cabin crew. Because I was, can you see this? Yes. I was qualified to operate this one. Dreamliner. This is a Dreamliner. It's a very smart plane. Yeah?
Does it bring back nice memories?
Yeah, because Dreamliner took us to nice destination. Yeah, actually the Dreamliner was flying a lot to Europe. The one that doesn't bring nice memories is the 777. Airbus 777, it took us to the US. 15 bloody hours. 7878. Yeah. Austrian Air is 767. So for a few minutes, no aircraft has taxied to the runway. This is really interesting. The air traffic control. Oh, you can actually get this experience. Is this for real? Birdie Flieg wie ein Vogel. Yeah, badly. Fly like a bird. There are two aircrafts, if you can see, coming to land. This is 777-200. Yeah, this is it 777-200, 300? Yeah, it's a very fast aircraft. It's very fast and sturdy. I can say very. It's called what? Strong. It's built for long distance. The A350. This is also flying to Vienna with Qatar Airways. The A350 is a very beautiful aircraft. It's a modern aircraft. It's a 380 but smaller. You know, because 380 has a lot of 380 is the double decker. Let's see if we can find a 380 here. The 380 has many complications. The 380 will not land anywhere. Yeah, it only lands in, and Vienna Airport is one of the airports the 380 would land. The one that I know that was landing Sydney Airport, the 380 is landing London, that is Heathrow. Of course, Qatar, all these UAE airports, they can accommodate. And Bangkok is landing in Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport. It's also landing in, so far those ones are the ones. Here is a 380. And Emirates is coming to Vienna a lot. The 380-800 series. Yeah, I was qualified to operate this one. It's a massive. My
wife.
I am now back into the life of a cabin crew. I am so back. The 340 was a really nice. Stella was operating this one. The 340, A340 is also very nice, but I was not trained for 340. You could not be trained for 340 and be trained for 380. Yeah, so if you get a 380, you would be removed from operating 340. The same with 330. You could not operate 330 and operate 350 at the same time because that brought a lot of confusion. Portugal. 747, China Airlines. The Boeing 747. Yeah. So right now, I think that is Wizz Air has arrived, and also behind it is Austrian Air. It's quite interesting. No aeroplane has gone to the runway. Interesting. This is a quiet runway. This one just arrived. Yeah. This one just arrived. And I can see there are some cabin crew going to the bus. So they probably just finished cleaning up and clearing up. And so they're gonna be ferried from the aircraft to the operations where the Austria airline operations building is. So this is ferrying the crew, this particular bus here. Operations is the same in every this bus is ferrying the crew. some insider information about airports. So in every airport, there is a main airline, and that makes that city where the main airline is the base. So for Austrian airline, Vienna is the base, and actually other airlines have the base here, like the Wizz Air. Lauda is also having a base here, and Wizz Air, I think Lauda is having a base here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also have Ryanair, I think.
Yeah. There's no Lauda anymore. Lauda is Ryanair.
Ryanair. Okay, so now right now it's Wizz Air, which is just arriving right now, and Austrian airline, and Lauda. Actually, all the aeroplanes you see here have a base here. So what happens is that when you are flying any airline, the aircraft will always go to the base. So if you're coming from Vienna to wherever, say maybe to Amsterdam, that aircraft will have to return to the base. That's why you will always see that there is always, it's called what? The change. There's always a change at the base of this aircraft. So if you're flying Kenya Airways, you will always have to have a changeover in Nairobi. If you're flying Qatar Airways, there's always going to be a change, a transit or whatever, yeah, in Doha, Qatar. So for me, when I was working as a flight attendant in Qatar Airways, our base was Doha, and we all lived in Doha. That's something that many people don't know, that most of the crew will actually live in the base. But some airlines have different bases, like there's some airlines that have certain bases in cities where the airline is not from. So it just depends. But for airlines like all the airlines in the Gulf, their bases are actually in the Gulf. So when you're going to interview for a flight attendant job, just remember you're going to live where the base is. But I think here in Vienna, let me just turn the camera. Here in Vienna, I think it's more of a relaxed place to work as a stewardess or a crew member, because your life after the flight is private. You know, for the Gulf airlines, you have no private life ever. Everything, including the spoon you have in the apartment, is for the company. You say goodbye to your private life. Yeah. So I'm actually waiting to see if there is any aircraft that is going to go for a runway to taxi. So coming out of the parking, which you can see this is a parking, coming out of the parking and going to the runway, that's called taxiing. So this, I think, would be a passenger car, a passenger bus, this yellow one. But this is for the crew. The small one is for the crew. How do I know that? I don't work here. But all airports pretty much are the same. Maybe we can walk around. This is really cool. Wow. Do people know about this? Because the place I was talking about was the restaurant. But we don't need to go to the restaurant. This is so much better. So, my ladies and gentlemen, this is where the base aircraft are parked. Someone asked me, where do you usually fuel the aircrafts? Here. This is where the fueling is happening. You're fueling the aircrafts at the base or wherever, because you can also fuel the aircrafts in another airport, but the fueling is done at the airport. And sometimes we fuel the aircraft while the passengers are on board. But the passengers will not be told that the fueling is happening. When you will see, the crew will come and they will ask you to unfasten your seatbelt. Then when they tell you to unfasten your seatbelt while you're on ground, and they actually instruct you, this is not a suggestion. Usually they are not suggesting that you unfasten your seatbelt. This is usually instructed. You're told to unfasten.
So
in case something happens,
in case there's a fire, you can run away.
you can run away.
Okay.
And then the doors will remain open. We are usually instructed to keep the doors wide open so that just in case, and also the steps have to be attached to the door, you know? And so normally the suggestion is like, if there is a problem, then the first thing you want to make sure is that you want to guide the passengers without panic to walk, to evacuate the plane through walking. Yeah, so some are coming to park in here. So beautiful. So the instruction is to make sure that you are asking the passengers to walk, just to, it's called what? To walk outside the aircraft normally, but quickly, you know? Not strolling out of the aircraft, but quickly, if something happens. I forget what we used to call this. This is what kind of evacuation is this? But of course, when there is a problem, then you change the mode and evacuate the aircraft within 90 seconds. You need to have gotten everyone out. So can we say this is the new area? Can we call this the new area? Ah. New area, the new part of the airport. I think photos. Would I go back to working as a flight attendant? Maybe. I'm afraid of heights. And I'm also afraid of flying. But yes, I would definitely do the job again. You know, at some point I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not really the person who will come to hang out at the airport. I hate airports, you know, for some reason. But now this, can you see this? Is so good. You pay €3. You pay €1. €1 what? €1.90 to come here by public. And then you pay €3, and maybe you can bring your own snack because it's allowed. You've seen us getting in. But how cool is this place? Are we supposed to wear masks here? I don't think so. So still no aircraft is taxiing to go. There's no aircraft that's leaving from this side. But that's probably because the aircrafts are leaving from another side. Here is another bus for the passengers. I don't know if I'm pointing it. The screen is so small. Aha, there is Austrian. Austrian airline is going to the runway, ladies and gentlemen. Is it? Yeah. Oh, and by the way, did you know that an aeroplane cannot reverse? An aeroplane does not have reverse gears. Most of the time you will see that as soon as the aeroplane lands, many people usually start, they take off their seat belts and they start moving around and walking, but actually that's not safe until the aircraft really comes to a complete stop. That's the most safe. And then the secret is that even if you stand and start walking to go, you still cannot, you still will not leave the aircraft because the doors will not be open until it is completely stopped. And opening of the doors, as you know, if you've flown before, is a ceremony. It's a freaking ceremony, I promise you. It's like so many people have to okay for the door to be opened. It's a real procedure. Oh my gosh, Austrian Air is taxing, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Austrian Air is taxing. So like I told you that the aircraft does not have reverse gears. So this one, you see it's reversing, it's being pushed. It's being pushed by, you can see there's something under it that's pushing it backwards. And then the yellow thing. I really hope that you can see from here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you see this one is being pulled from the front. But I'm so interested in this because this one is going to the runway. It just left the parking. I was crazier before. When I left flying, I was even more crazy about flying. So there goes the Austrian Air is still being pulled to the it's called what? It's being pulled to the runway. And so something that you would like to know, most of the movies, a lot of the things that you will see in the movies, it's not for real. Like you can see, I don't know if this only happens in America, maybe this happens in America, but you will not see someone running to stop the aircraft because the girlfriend is leaving and this guy wants to tell the girlfriend, oh, I love you. And the girlfriend will be like, okay, I get off the plane. So the pilot will stop the plane because somebody is in love. These things only happen in movies. They will kill you. They will shoot you.
After 9/11, they will kill you.
Yeah. So these things that you will see on the movies, they are just done like that for the movie. So the Austrian airline, it's called just Austrian, is now on its way to the runway, and we are following it. As it gets to the runway, my ladies and gentlemen, you know, I just forgot what I wanted to say. I really forgot. Ah, come on. Where is it going? What is going on today? Do you think it's gonna, I think it's going to park in a different place. Do you think? Yeah, I thought it's going for parking. I mean, I thought it's gonna turn around like this, but now it's going to this other parking. Or maybe this is not a good place to take off anymore. Yeah, it's possible because maybe of the wind. The wind really decides which place let's go. It's the wind that is deciding where is the plane going to take off from. So, because the plane has to take off against the wind. Okay, let's go quickly. Let's run. I mean, if this Austrian airline is going to park, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be so pissed off. I'm gonna be so pissed off. But is there a runway on this side? I can see it here. It's going to park. It's going for parking. Come on. Like seriously. Yeah, it just took a different parking. Yeah, it was just parking. Let's go. I think takeoffs from these sides are finished, but at least we caught two. Yeah.
We can make the introduction for the video here.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
But we can have a team.
Yes. So the thing is, this coming up here has brought a lot of memories. I think, yeah, the job of a flight attendant is very difficult, and it's made more difficult by stupid rules that have nothing to do with safety, customer care, just stupid rules that I had to go through. But really, nothing is going on here. Yeah, we don't have any takeoffs at this time, at this point in time. But the sunset, ladies and gentlemen, is beautiful. Yeah, where do you want to sit?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can sit here. So there are some few secrets here that the pushback driver, it's called a pushback. So let's see if they're going to give it. Even though aircrafts are expensive, they don't have a reverse gear. Okay. So this information is out here. When an aircraft that weighs up to 400 tons is docked and parked at an open position, it cannot move by itself. That's when the work of a pushback driver starts. You know, I'm actually distracted because I'm wondering what the heck is going on right now. Where is Lauda Air going? So anyway, I'll keep this camera on Lauda Air and I will read this particular part. So that's where the pushback driver starts. His tow truck has to up to 430 HP of weight and weights up to 60 tons. Wow, this really small thing. There's also de-icing. De-icing will happen on the aircraft, and you also will do the de-icing of the runways, because if the aircraft has ice on it, it's not a good idea to fly. So I think Lauda Air is actually going for the runway. Let's hope. You can see it's turning around right now. And this one is also leaving. So two Lauda Airs are actually scheduled to take off. And one is already at the corner of the runway. I tell you what, at this point where this Lauda Air, was I saying Ryanair the whole time? Lauda Air. It's waiting to be released by the air traffic. Maybe there's an aircraft that's coming to land. No, it's moving. So these particular aircrafts here, they won't need any pushback because they're already facing the direction of the runway. So it just left without any pushback. But of course, this one's facing this direction will need. Good things come to those who wait. Ryanair is about, now it's at the runway, and this is where we say that takeoff is inevitable. It's at the point of takeoff is inevitable. And there it goes, yes. So at this point in time, takeoff is inevitable. If anything happens to stop this takeoff, it's not a good idea. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, there we go. Louder air, yay! There you go. So ready for takeoff. The pilot is now going to pull up the gear. The first gear is up, and there goes the second gear, the back gear, and off you go. Have a nice flight. Safe skies, ladies and gentlemen. So that was cool. So the aircraft will continue going, but then it will take a turn. It's taking a turn right now. So it's possible that the reason why the aircrafts could not take off from here, it could have been because of the wind. Because the aircraft has to take off against the wind. If there are any pilots watching me, they're just like, come on. And so Lauda Air is there flying above the sun. Yeah, Ryanair is also going. So you can tell that right now the aircrafts are really now going for takeoff, and there's one that is actually landing right now. There's one that's coming to land. Lauda Air is completely up in the sky. So Ryanair is also waiting for clearance like the other one. And I think it still can take off. You see, Austrian Air is also lined up. It's also going to line up for takeoff. So it seems like maybe right now the conditions are very good for takeoff. So here comes another. So we are going to see this other Lauda Air again, and then we will stop. So sometimes the aircraft, you see there is this one that's coming to land somewhere here. It might, there might not be good conditions for it to land. So the aircraft will be asked to take a round, you know? So here for Lauda Air, takeoff is inevitable. And so there we go. The pilot is asking the co-pilot, ready for takeoff? The co-pilot says yes, check. And so now they say lift the front gear. Okay, it's taken time before lifting the front gear, but now it's up and the back gears are also up. Safe skies. Ladies and gentlemen, have a nice flight. So, I think that's it. It's also going to take a turn at this point in time. And so Ryanair is also going to fly and all that. And we're going to sit ourselves here and enjoy a cup of coffee. I hope you've enjoyed that lovely time here at the visitors. It's called what? Visitors. This is the visitors deck. This is the visitors deck, such a cool place to be. Let me know if you would like, you would come out here. And if you're a pilot or a crew member, please let me know in the comment section. And yeah, until next video, tschüss, Wiedersehen.